So about a month ago, I was browsing for something to create when I ran across this Instagram profile called Sarah's Face, a local artist here in Raleigh. The really bright contrast of the images and the way she expressed them really got me inspired to create something like that, but on a real human. And it was this photo right here that really grabbed my attention, especially with the reds and the blues. It was just a gorgeous thing to capture. I set out and I decided I wanted to create something on a human canvas. I just had to find the correct model. The model, Serena Edwards, then came to mind. I had worked with her previously on a purple photo shoot with my dear friend Michael, and I knew that her face had the perfect structure, and she's super beautiful and so sweet and a good friend of mine. I really love Serena a lot. So Serena, if you're there, hi, what's up? But yeah, I knew she had the structure, I knew she had the poise, and I knew she would totally be on board with creating something so pop art and so abstract and modern. So I DM'd her, reached out, and we set up a time to recreate it. Then the fun part started, which was laying down my red base, which took hardly any time at all, and I was seriously so proud of myself that it hardly took any time until we started to get into the intricate details that Sarah does in her artwork, and so much appreciation, so much respect for everything she does. But the look just started to come together, and it was so beautiful. The editing process was even more tedious because I had to make sure I balanced all the colors where my camera didn't really capture them the way I needed it to, because red and purples are sometimes hard to photograph for me. I'm still learning, still kind of adjusting to how everything's captured through a lens and not always as the eye perceives it. Retouching some of these images and going through and editing them were very tedious, but in the end it was really worth it. You can see all the fine ornate details and the coloring that she puts in her art. Just retouching them, I was in awe of what she can create. So it's just such a beautiful painting altogether, and I'm very glad that I was able to capture it on Serena and make it look like a human portrait. It was amazing. The final step was to drag it into Photoshop and just clean up any skin creases, because the skin will always have texture. Any picture you see where the skin doesn't have texture, they probably are doing what I'm doing right now, and that's just taking out some of the bumps so that it looks like a painting, because that's really the effect that I wanted to get with this makeup. I wasn't really looking for a natural skin texture or anything. I wanted it to look like a painting. Here you can kind of see some examples where I went in and brightened and just dropped the exposure in the background just to give it that smooth black look. Especially this one was the shot that I wanted to recreate the legitimate pose in the original painting that Sarah did, and you can kind of see I wanted to get a very similar contrast on the lips, the facial structure position. You can actually go and see this exact painting on Wilmington Street in Raleigh. It is just gorgeous. It's paired right beside another one. But yeah, altogether, an amazing artist. This was such a fun project, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, thanks.